I'm going to begin by telling you the story of a young man named Ekalavya. It's taken from the Mahabharata, which details the mythological history of ancient India. It's one of the most significant texts of the Hindu faith and as sacred as the Bible and other religious scriptures. So Ekalavya was a young prince from the kingdom Nishada who harbored a dream of becoming an archer. To achieve this, Ekalavya wanted to study under the renowned teacher Dronacharya, as Dronacharya had a reputation for transforming ordinary boys into mighty warriors. However, Dronacharya refused point blank to teach Ekalavya, and although dismayed, Ekalavya rose above his disappointment and committed to becoming an archer anyway. So here's what Ekalavya did. He sculpted a statue of Dronacharya and practiced beneath it religiously on a daily basis. His self-ingenuity eventually paid off. Ekalavya realized his dream of becoming not just an archer, but one of the best. In fact, he exceeded the abilities of Arjuna, who was regarded as Dronacharya's most talented student. Now let me relate a more recent story. I've been a martial artist for 32 years, teaching children, teenagers and adults from a variety of backgrounds. Given my experience, I can spot a martial artist from the outset, purely by observing the way an individual moves, and I can tell easily if they've previously trained. Once, when I was teaching at a prestigious university in India, my attention was drawn to a young man who was warming up. The precision, accuracy and beauty of his movements indicated to me immediately that he had studied a martial art before. Curious, I approached him and asked, "What form of martial art have you studied and who trained you?" His answer took me aback. He had had no formal training whatsoever. Instead, he had been inspired by the story of Ekalavya and had committed to becoming his own tutor. He was entirely self-taught and had diligently followed the instructions of a famous martial artist on TV. Needless to say, I was impressed and surprised, but this story teaches a valuable lesson. This young man's achievement, becoming the best he could be without anyone to lead the way, demonstrates just how self-sufficient human beings are. We are self-sufficient by nature, we always have been, and we always will be. We just need to have confidence in ourselves, belief in our abilities, and trust our judgment. If we combine these with the right mix of faith, perseverance, and determination, then we will have all the ingredients we need to achieve our goals. And when our head, heart, and hands work in unison, everything becomes possible. You see, most of us spend too much time looking outward rather than inward. We have become fearful of our own success, and we have forgotten that we are powerful, not powerless. Once we understand this, there will be no barriers, and no thing and nothing can hold us back from realizing our true innate potential. Do you, a family member or a friend, have a story like the one I've just shared? If so, I invite you to join me, Keith Banfield, on Facebook at EduCARE, where together we can inspire, motivate, educate, and organically create a positive movement for change.